fine day, Sunday.
No blasted letters today!
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about all the future legends, their abilities, but also where they are in the lore, and have we seen a lot of these legends in the past. And I thought nothing better to do than wear the Doom Guy helmet as we're going to rip and tear through this list. We're also going to give out 45 bucks. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill, but without further ado, let's talk about the new legends. So let's go ahead and start talking about some of the future characters that are going to be coming to Apex Legends. And the one that most people are familiar with is the one that you're seeing right here, which is Catalyst, which is planned for Season 15. We know from a number of data miners that she has hollow sprays found within the files. Kralrindo also shows some animations here for her ferrofluid shot. Overall, a pretty cool character that we've discussed a few times that has a building mechanic that can get up on top of a giant ferrofluid structure, along with reinforcing doors, making her a defensive character. The question though is, who is she? Does she have any lore relation? At this time, I'm still most likely putting my money on the fact that she's considered Subject Zero, who was a test subject of Dr. Renee Blasi, who is actually Wraith, and she has a glowing gauntlet that she uses as she's a mercenary for the Forgotten Families. I still see this being the most likely situation that we get, but there has been some other lore brought up that she could be involved with. Now, going into Season 16, there actually, as of now, is not decided a legend that will be coming. Either the dev team has not committed to a legend they want, or they are going to take a season off from releasing a legend. But the one following that is actually going to be a legend called Caliber, which we've also talked about a little bit as well. This legend actually has the potential to be a complete game changer. They have a passive weapon sling where you can store a third weapon, as you can see, along with having a tactical suppressor turret where it will deploy a makeshift turret from a copy of your active weapon. Most people seem to have overlooked that. And then the ultimate auto loader deploy a box that feeds ammo directly into nearby players' current weapons. Once again, this is a legend that we have no idea who they are based in lore. There were some thoughts that it was a guy from the Newcastle stories from the Outland, but there's no evidence or proof of that whatsoever. So at this time, this will be our Season 17 legend, but we don't know what part of the lore they're involved in. That being said, there are actually two legends specifically that were leaked that we do know some information about, such as Scryer the Haunting Stalker. And you might recognize that name because he was the pilot in the Bangalore stories from the Outland, the one that was taken down by Jackson/Newcastle in Bangalore when they landed on Stormpoint. And he was actually killed at the end of his stories from the Outland. However, his kit actually makes it sound like he's a ghost of some sort. He has a passive spectator where you will automatically optic hunt and spectate the person who takes you down, a tactical optic haunt where you deploy a parasite trap that reveals the target's vision, and an ultimate shadowfall where you unleash a creeping wall of darkness that blocks sight and binds enemies. The other legend that we actually have some information on is called Jester, which is going to be the Tricky Trapper. Now, Jester is actually pretty cool because it's a throwback from Titanfall 2, very similar to Ash that we have in the games. Now, Jester was unreleased and he never actually made it in, but he did have full models completely done and put in, but also a line of toys that was sold and put out there that people could buy. Now, his passive Rewire, he can turn any grenade into a proximity mine that sticks to surfaces, and a tactical Spectre drop where you can call in a drop pod with 3 Spectres to guard an area. Only 1 set can be active at a time, and we also know that Spectres are in the game as they are what protects the IMC armories. So it does seem like this character has some connection to the IMC already. He also has an ultimate cloak field where he creates a short-lived cloaking device that hides all players in a small area, and the cloak will last for 6 seconds. Congratulations, Mirage, you are going to be once again taken out of the meta. Was he actually ever meta? Now, there are some that we just have no clue whatsoever on. Phantom, which is the agile assassin. They're a legend based on mobility like Octane or Pathfinder. They have a passive double jump where pressing the jump button while in the air allows you to jump again, which, like I said, is very similar to Octane. A tactical hook shot where you can hook to a wall and hang off of it for a short time, which is once again very similar to Pathfinder. And an ultimate void grenade that sends players hit to the void for a short period of time, which is interesting because that's the exact same ability that's in Apex Legends Mobile for their exclusive legend Fade. There's also Conduit, another support legend. We know nothing about them whatsoever, but it's very similar to Watson, where they have a passive that regenerates shields over time and gains extra regen for each nearby ally. A tactical arc flash where you will heal the shield of targeted allies at the cost of some of her own, and an ultimate alternating current where Conduit launches an arc cluster bomb, damaging the shields of people near the blast. And it will also heal Conduit based on the damage dealt. And finally, there is a legend Uplink, which is a satellite savior. Now, it does actually appear that he was scrapped, or at least he's put on the back burner. That's what Oz told me. And his passive would gain 25% recovery effects used in signal range. He had a tactical shield satellite where he would release a satellite that follows allies to regenerate their shields and revive, and an ultimate immortality relay beacon where you deploy a satellite beacon that prevents allies in the signal area from being down. Let me know down below, are you excited for any particular legend? Which one was your favorite, and which ones are you glad that are coming to the game soon? And until next time, legends, keep slaying in the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.